Welcome to Denmark Reel. My name is Amar. With me is Alexander Simmenæs. He's an entrepreneur and fitness coach. He started something called Make Denmark Healthier. It's a concept about making Denmark healthier, as I said.
We just have to do something, right?
Welcome to you, Alexander.
Thank you, thank you.
So, Alexander, you are here to share your story and your mission.
Yeah. First of all, this is amazing setup here. I'm so glad to be on the podcast with Amar. I heard the first episode. If you didn't get it, you have to, because it got me. Amar here have a very strong purpose. So I want to say thank you for being a part of this. And I hope my story can inspire some of you to be a part of this as well.
Great, man. Really great. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction of me also. So tell me, what are you doing right now with your life?
Trying to breathe, and actually I'm trying right now to really feel inside what makes me tick, because I think it's something we have to continuously trying to take a moment, not just be in the rush all the time, but take a moment to keep watching your goals or your mission of your life. What are you doing? And right now is a time for that. So I think this also makes me think more about it. So it's perfect. Yeah.
So it's a time of development, time of investment, right?
I've been investing a lot of time the last year. I wanted to go into an industry, a very growing one that I thought was something for me. I've gathered a lot of knowledge there. I've done some research, visited a lot of very cool places around the world. And now I feel like I did the research. I have everything in the puzzle to start the business. But something is not making me do it. So that means there is something else. Or at least I have to listen. I need to find the answers inside of myself right now. It's annoying a lot, actually, because I felt I was ready. I almost have a full product line. It's CBD products, cannabis. And I see people, we run some tests, and I see it's helping people. But in Denmark right now, it's like it's a gray zone. It's not legal for me to sell without seeing a prescription from a doctor. So it's holding me back.
And there's a lot of restraining, and there's a lot of controlling on this right now. So
and what most people do, they go to some of the countries where it's allowed, and then they send it to Denmark like this. But I want to pay my tax here. I have a company called Make Denmark Healthier, right?
So,
and I will not run this from Spain, Czech, or whatever. I want to be here.
It's about being a part of this country.
I want to be a part of this country here, and I want to contribute with everything I can.
It's beautiful, really beautiful. I'm gonna push you. I have a page. It's called Gør, which means do something. So I'm gonna push you to do it.
Yes.
Tell me about your personal life. You must have been really, really developing your life since in these past years, because I know you. I know you in the person. I know you as a friend, and I want to hear more about your journey, actually.
Yes, we can go back childhood. I lived in a nice neighborhood. I had my mom and dad and my little sister. And I experienced something called Tourette syndrome as a child. I had really the worst nightmares as a child. I got help for it. I had someone to speak with, and it was always the same. It was like, it could be my sister going out in the ocean with the water, disappearing. It could be, it was always about losing a family member. And that's just crazy, because now then, 20 years after I'm born, I lose my mom in an accident. So I've been working with these thoughts since I was very young. How it would, I felt in the dreams, it was so real that I've lost them many times. So when it actually happens, I have to really go through a phase in my life where, let's call it rock bottom. I was down there, and I really had to, to start my life over somehow. I felt it was very weird because I started seeking new environment right after this happened. Or it took me a few months. I stayed with my family, and then it was the journey of my mom in her personal development. She reached a point in her life where she took herself from kind of depressed state. She was not happy with her job. She had the 8 to 4 or 9 to 5 or whatever it's called, and she wasn't 100% happy. And finally, she took the courage to get out of this spiral of just doing the same. And she worked on herself, and she got herself up to the most like beautiful flower. And I remember she was training for a half marathon. It was an event run here in the city. And then this tragedy just happened, and we lose her, and so many things. It was so wrong, but it made me continue her journey. I did a lot of bodybuilding before this happened, and from that point, I started to put the pieces together. It was like my level of consciousness was different after going through the sorrow and the grief from saying goodbye to my mom. So after this, it's difficult to continue from here because a lot of things happens also in the early stage. It's important for you to understand in school. I never felt that I belonged there. I also know from you, the educational system can be not so easy for everyone to fit in the boxes. And for me, I had this privilege that I could walk out of class without asking permission. So I could take fresh air, you know.
That's nice.
The other kids had to ask permission. Can I go bathroom? I could just walk out, take my air. So I realized in gymnasium, I started an education, and I just felt this is just not me sitting here the next 3 years. Because what we are taught today in this 2018, 19, 20, it's not the same that works when we're done. Things change.
They do.
I see the development. I see how we make podcasts now. It's the market is changing, and I felt it. I was afraid wasting time. So I started doing something. I started programming. I started reach companies and tried to help them with bettering their web pages, making web videos, trying to provide value to the market, because that was really what was taught me a lot of things in life. You have to get the boat on the ocean. If your boat is in the harbor, you will not learn from the waves out there. You have to go out there and feel the weather and the storm and everything. So I started very early like entrepreneur. And since then, I realized that I really don't like have a boss. I really don't like work on somebody else's dream. So from that point, I just wanted to do something else with my life.
And I know you started Jar House.
I started Jar House, So that was a part of this making Denmark healthy. I've been running personal training business for 2-3 years, and I saw like 200-300 people going through. I saw the good results, the before and after, but I saw after they went back, most of them. And it made me so sad because they did so good. I thought that we can program a new habit and everything is good, they will continue. But it's the old habits in our subconscious that will get back into the habits that we had before.
Isn't that, think about it. Think about it. I'm 27 now. If I have been doing the same bad habit for 27 years,
how long does it take to?
That's the problem.
My 12 weeks, 6 weeks, 6-pack, it's just not the solution. So I went from this business of personal training. Everything is in boxes, in lines. We have to do it like this.
Yeah.
I took this education called a life mentor.
Yeah.
Where we start every class with a meditation called a heart meditation. I can 100% tell everyone to try, put your hands on your heart for 5 minutes, breathing in and out 5 minutes.
Okay.
If you do it in the same rhythm,
yeah,
5 seconds out, 5 seconds in, you find coherence between what's going on up here and what you feel in your heart.
It's beautiful.
So if you can use your heart as the power source and the brain as the tool, whew, it's a good combination. So if you haven't tried it, that's just one tip. So this is how we started there. And it was much more about energy, much more about the invisible world, more than the physical, materialistic world. And I loved coming there. It was a half a year, like course education. And next to my bodybuilding, I just saw how my mind was the body and the body was the mind. So when I used this on my clients in the training, I saw a whole nother level of results. So, okay, I got this, I could use it, or I could start sharing it. Meanwhile, I was helping with the food. So this jar house, just mentioned, that was for prepping the best nutrition for being in a good state. So having your cells and your body vibrating the right nutrition, having the right fuel in the engine. So we made it in a glass and we packed it in layers and we sold it so people could have it in their fridge for a few days. And that was very funny and hard journey.
It was tasty.
It was crazy. Crazy, yeah, you like the food.
I liked it. I liked it.
I really there experienced how you can do everything every day with a good intention. Setting myself up for using all of the knowledge and tools and things that I've learned on the way, but still go through so much adversity. So you just need to hit the failures, right? But when you've been going to work for 7 days in a row, and maybe only one of the 7 days gave you a decent profit on the day, you know that you need to change something in your business. So I tried so many things, and in the end, I just realized that I can keep changing, keep learning, but I felt this is it. This is the chapter ending here. So Jar House was amazing being a part of, and I could close it without the big red numbers. I could close it being safe, you know. So that was also important for me to go out from having a restaurant. Most people, they go out hard.
And they fall
hard from that kind of business. So for me to just now to have the experience of having more workers, I run a project 1 month in Aarhus. We made food there every single day for a soccer event. So we were the healthy food, and next to us there was the grilled sausages and burgers. And now you can, the listeners here, can bet how many went to get the salad and how many get a beer and a hot dog. So the first day we made 500 meals. The opening day. So we sold 19.
Out of 500.
Out of 500. So I found this app called Too Good To Go. So we tried to get it, and in the end we had to go run around Aarhus giving out free food. And tell them you can buy more the next month at the harbor, at this football event. But that was insane. Next day we don't make 500, but we made a lot because it was a bigger match
Yeah.
than the first.
Yeah.
It was rainy that day.
Yeah.
So how many people, you bet, came to watch soccer in a rainy weather? Like, they rather want to stay home.
Yeah.
So that was just, again, showing that no matter how much you want it and how much you do perfect, and how I just felt everything is perfect. Today we have the best day with sales.
Yeah.
But things just will challenge you a lot. So when you set out to do something great, or at least you try, life will test you every single time if you mean it.
Yeah.
And I meant it so bad that third day we showed up again.
Yeah.
Fourth day, because we signed a contract in 1 month.
Ooh.
And it was in collaboration with the FIFA and the DR, the Danish radio.
Yes.
So I really wanted to show that Jar House is here to really provide good food to the people. Yeah. So what happened is we got the best weather for 2 weeks. We agreed on, because I hired a whole, it was a handball team of girls, 20 girls, to help me sell the food in this area of time. So they were hired too. So the tent with the grill sausages, the owner of the whole, he agreed on to use my workers instead of some of the one he had.
Okay.
So first we helped him in his tent. He liked it so much. He said, let's sell ice cream. Can you handle it in Europe? Yeah, but you know the healthy thing we're going on.
Jar House.
But let's sell some ice cream.
Yeah, why not?
So we sold some ice cream, everything went better, and at the end we actually came out with a pretty good result. Yeah. And we got so much good feedback on the food, and it just really showed that when everything just fall apart, you feel like, I had 6 people in the kitchen and 6 people working at the stand, 12 people on an hour paid hourly. It's we had to sell so many salads to make this go around. But in the end, I could pay all of my bills, and I could breathe out after this being the greatest challenge of my life. But I was crying a few times in that time.
Resistance.
100%.
Yeah, resistance. And we have been told that from so many years ago, actually, from Newton. An object moves in a direction, there is a force with the same force in the opposite direction, pushing it. Resistance.
Yes.
Every time you start something great, you will
feel that.
You will feel that.
Yes.
Oh, it will be like a slap in the face, or.
But this is what really makes us human grow. Like, at some point I made a video. I just felt, because the way I train my muscles, with I put them under stress and repetition. You know, and when you do that, you challenge yourself. You challenge the muscle. When you do that, you can experience growth. If you don't, you will not experience. So if you really want to grow, don't go away from stress or challenges, because this is really what makes you grow.
But let's talk about stress. Actually, stress. It's a funny thing.
How do you
actually? Because when I see stress, is maybe only in a period, not all the time. Because too much stress is also too bad. But people will not change unless they have to. Unless it's burning in your hand and you feel
it have to hurt so much that you want to change. I got enough from this.
You have.
I have to change.
Yes.
Or you experience something so good, it feels so good, you succeed in something that you want to continue.
The momentum.
So if you're in the, I don't feel so good, but it's okay here, like the comfort zone, the dead end zone, right there. So it's good sometimes to feel very low here, very high here, to get you moving.
It's great.
All this investing in yourself.
We will talk about that, actually.
Right.
Yes. How can we invest in ourselves? Because I have been dealing with that it's not a problem. It's a challenge, actually, a challenge about, should I invest in myself? Or because most people think that when they finish high school or take an education and finish that university or whatever, that they learned everything they have to. But yeah, I can see that. You're smiling and laughing already. Can you tell me about? Can we? Yeah, we're not finished.
Okay.
When we can you tell me more about that? What do you think about what should an 18-year-old, let's take a 16-year-old to 30, what should they do in their life?
Right there.
Yeah, what should they focus on most, actually?
To try things.
Yeah.
Not just because your dad say or your friends want you to do the same, or it's really just trying out things.
Yeah.
Investing in different areas in your life. Yeah, that's really. I have these 5 doctors.
Yeah.
Did I ever?
Yeah, you mentioned them. You mentioned them, actually.
That's today we'll not call them the 5 doctors, but 5 ways of investing in yourself.
5 methods, tips, habits.
Yeah. Really good habits.
Yes.
To think that every day these 5 things or 5 methods is something to integrate in your daily routine at some point in the day.
Yeah.
The first one is breathing.
Okay.
We will not live so long without breathing, but we're doing it automatically.
Yeah.
If we start doing it consciously breathing, it's a whole nother game. Yeah. So the 5 minutes breathing every day, that's really something that will not make you feel really good in the 5 minutes, because you feel, oh, it's a little weird now, I'm sitting here still with myself. But the next 23 hours and 55 minutes, you'll feel better. So you invest 5 minutes having your nervous system being in a coherent state the rest of the day. Maybe you do it more times if you find it helpful. So the second thing is, are we drinking enough water? Yeah. It's so basic. Yeah. But it's basically 75% water. Yeah. So if we invest, we invest in a Red Bull, or we invest in a Coca-Cola. Yeah. But this is investing in sickness. Yeah. So let's talk today. I want this to be about that sooner or later you will have to take. Now you have to take a choice. Yeah, actually now. Yeah. Now, right now. Yeah. Do you want right now to invest money and time in your health? Yeah. Being healthy. Because if you don't do that right now, later on you will have to spend time and money on being sick. Yeah. Apparently, I see so many people in their 50s, 60s. Yes. They feel their life is over. It's going down. It's going downhill. No! I see 70-year-old bodybuilders feeling amazing. They paid the price before. That's why. They chose spending time and money being healthy. Yeah. So the 5 doctors, which is now the 5 tips. Yeah. If you do those, invest in those 5 things every day, you will see it doesn't cost more. No. And time-wise, neither. No. It's so easy. So to point them out, to have them right now here, we have first the breathing exercise. Yes. We drink enough water. Mm-hmm. And then we have to eat, of course, food, but the food we eat, please choose the not processed food. Yeah. So we need to get food as close to the close to natural state. Yes. So is this alive? You see how a piece of dead meat is vibrating on it's dead. Yeah. But then you see this apple, it's alive. Glowing. It's glowing. Yeah. So what do we consume? It's really important. Yeah. So when we now breathe, This is something we do just instinctively,
Unconsciously. Yeah.
unconsciously.
Yeah.
We do those three things.
Yes.
But now with our consciousness, we have to decide what.
Yeah.
So the number 4 is to use your body, because we're giving muscles.
Yeah.
Every one of us. Back in the days, we need to hunt to get the food.
Yeah.
Now we don't need to run so fast. We can go to Netto or
Now we walk as slow as possible.
yeah, right. So this is also very important to find a way using your muscles, your body.
Yes.
Like it's how you like using it. If you like to run in nature, very good. Somebody likes to play ping pong with their spouse.
Why not?
Or with a friend. So it's just using your body. We are giving the muscles, they are here to be used. There is this, if you don't use it, you lose it. With everything. See, you tie my right arm here, my left arm here, for like how long? You think it will survive if I don't use it? Apparently it will fall off.
Yeah.
So better use what we have here.
Yeah.
And the number 5.
Yes.
Back to the stress.
Yeah.
So with number 5, it's very important that we give ourselves space to relax and calm down, because this is where we actually grow.
Great
if
idea.
I go and train my muscles, it's when I'm rest that they heal.
Precisely.
The healing phase is when you sleep or when you take time to breathe and relax. So this is the most difficult doctor or tip from myself to use, because I like to do something most of my day. So I see this dog, very aggressive, want to do things, run, catch the ball, but I see the same dog in the evening. Please scratch me on my. This is the number 5. Just survive, or let go. Just be.
Yeah, just be.
Let go and be.
Yeah, we are not good at that.
We're not good at that
at all.
You practice it?
Yeah.
Good.
I do because we think that we are only here when we are active doing something, because not doing something will make you feel and reconnect your mind and your body, like you talked with the breathing and feeling your heart. Because you have to do that. You have to feel what's happening in your body.
If you don't do it, if you don't get silence inside of yourself,
precisely,
you will never hear all of this intelligent body. Brain gives you answers all the time.
The inner voice.
The inner voice tells you everything you need to know. But we seek it out here somewhere. We think it's out here we find the answers. Look inside.
It is always inside.
It's always inside.
Always inside. And you know that, and I know that too. It's always inside.
Always.
And people are running outside of themselves, seeking something to buy, to add to themselves, so they can become happier and more fulfilled. Actually, there's a voice crying inside of pain, of sorrow. We are not listening to that.
That's the suffering. I like in the first episode, you talk a lot about the suffering. And this is why I really want to open a conversation about this. How can we end this suffering? The suffering is not bad.
No,
it's okay, it's there. We just need to be aware that it's there. We need to understand that this is just a part of the rhythm. You made a video about this. And this is so great. Because when you understand, it's if you try to resist. I don't want to be in this state. I'm not productive. And last week I could do anything. I had huge sales. I was so intelligent. Now I feel like, what happened? This is just where you need to let go. It's all good. This is just a phase. I'm here now. If I let it be, it goes up again. And that's all the time. But if we resist, we end up in a doctor and we get tablets for being happier.
When you resist, persist.
Exactly.
What you resist will persist.
Exactly. What you give your energy will grow. Precisely. So why give the energy to what you don't like? Precisely. To the state you don't like being in? So we just let go to the state we are finding ourselves. And we start talk about good things, good memories.
So it's about, for me, it was about being there and not being there, in an on and off system, about following the waves, about riding the waves. Because I heard it one time, you have to ride the waves like a surfer, because if you go against the waves, you will use all your energy on fighting. When the ocean gave you the waves to ride them, and you should just balance, actually. Live in balance. Keep yourself in balance all the time. It will take you wherever you want to go.
When you say that, I see myself. I was in Africa a month ago in Zanzibar, great place. I think we'll have some trips there at some point in the future. I see right now. We'll have trips with
we should.
Who wants to go with us?
We should,
I have a friend building hotels there right now, so it will be an option. I see this balancing the physical and invisible world here, the material and the energy.
Precisely.
If we can manage to balance those two, we can attract whatever we want.
It's about frequency. When you tune yourself, we talked about it before, when you tune yourself to this frequency of the world and of the universe, like a radio, tune it, 88.8.
And for people to understand, we put the voice is 105, I think. So your brain is now the radio. It sends a signal out from the car. The radio sends a signal out. So what does it get back in? The same vibration.
Precisely.
So now we send out with our brain a vibration or a frequency called, why is it always me?
Precisely.
Why I got a parking ticket again? Why it always me?
I'm stupid. I cannot do it.
So you send this out, and universe, okay, you will have more.
Precisely.
So why not take this parking ticket and say, oh yeah, it feels so good to provide these workers in the company with money. We help them we support their business. No problem.
Look, man, it is not fun to fake parking tickets.
I start kind of enjoying it, because 2 times I did this where I felt, fair enough, that's their business model.
Precisely.
That's their job. I will not start being mad about this. I cannot change it.
Why?
I cannot change. So being mad or being in this state will just attract more bad. So rather just being very happy that you can provide this company with the money that they ask for you.
They earned it.
They earned it.
You made the fault.
I made the mistake.
Precisely.
100%. So I actually just earn or take ownership of the situation.
Yes.
If you do like this, what happened to me twice, I got a mail in the inbox one day, a task, which will be exactly per the hours with my 200 per hour, exactly the parking ticket. It came 10 minutes after that I accepted the parking ticket. So what is righteous, yours, what is yours, will always come back to you. Always. So I see money now with other eyes. I like seeing, I either invest or I circulate. I never spend money.
Circulate.
Why spend when you can circulate?
Precisely. You give it to another person that needs it. You apparently didn't need it right now.
You see, so you go to the grocery, you give them a 200 bill, and you say to yourself how amazing it is that for this small piece of paper, I can have all of this good nutrition for my body and my health. Amazing.
It is.
So when you give it, you also know that this 200 krona will get back to you. And when you believe it, what will happen?
Because this is wealth.
This is what
This is wealth. You
101.
cannot eat. You can, yeah, you cannot eat a paper. You cannot. And people feel so sad by giving a paper out. I know there's a value in the paper, but this is just something we agreed on. It's not
just a number.
It's just a number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suffering.
Yes.
Suffering is also actually a big part of my journey with this project. I see a lot of suffering actually in the world. I see a lot of people. Yeah, they have this sentence, "Why me?" And they never answer that. They continue in the same habits actually, and they never answer that. For me, it was actually about being stuck in that first chapter of their life, where bad things happened, and they are not moving on.
Yeah. Okay.
It's amazing.
So I want to ask you, Amar, when did you realize that you had to invest in yourself? Like, really take the step, because I know you from the salon, and I know you from speaking about the same things you share now.
Yeah.
And I saw the light, I felt it, it was all there. But at meantime, you're studying on the side, right? Yeah. And there was a lot of homework and a lot of time spending there. Yeah. So after that, what made you stop this?
Actually, it was tough throughout the school, like yours. I have the same problem with the dreams. I also had dreams when I was really young, as back as I can remember, about family members eating. It's horrible, really horrible. Yeah.
That we both experienced.
Actually, yes. Yeah. I have never shared it with that money, actually.
Me neither, first time, so really weird.
Yeah, it is actually for me too, actually. Yeah, and it continued. I moved to Denmark when I was 12, and it was tough to get integrated in this society, because when you're different, the kids will not accept you that easy. So throughout the 6th grade till actually the 10th grade, I had to make a change because I wasn't accepted, and that was the turning point actually of my life, to start investing. I invested actually in working out, in fitness, in my health. Yeah. I invested in my clothes. So I need to change something. I was 15, 16 years. So it starts there actually. But something that hit me was like actually later when I was 18, 19. I just lost hope and lost motivation in life. And I had to do something. So I found actually a lot of podcasts and YouTube videos and started from there. Yeah, because it resonated with me. It did. Someone is telling me about life, and that life could be a lot better if you just do something. Just do something. Never stop doing. Stop only when you want to rest. Yeah. And actually continue. People just tries for a week or two and they stops. Like with Jar House, they tried it for a couple of days. This healthy food, it doesn't work for me, or something. It was expensive, maybe, or something, and they just stopped. You saw the post yesterday in my Facebook.
Oh wow! I was thinking yesterday. I don't know if we need to take 90 recordings to get this, but
hopefully not. Hopefully, we'll just with this one.
I saw the post. It's amazing how we just have to, be consistent. Yeah. And to really back to the suffering again. If we have to do something about it, really, first of all, what for you it was, you couldn't stop listening to the YouTube and the people, the new mentors in your life.
For me, it was about understanding the suffering. When I could, sorry, I interrupted you. When I could understand why this happened to me. It liberated me. And I have used it with a lot of people I'm talking to privately, actually. They call me and sad, and some stories really horrible because it's raping and all that. And they cannot understand why they are there, why this happened to them. But if I can channel them through their feelings in their body and make them come to a conclusion by themselves about about that maybe that happened to me, what happened to me, I could use it to help others. Actually, this is part of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Everything happened to me, I can use it to help others, and I'm doing that right now. I'm trying to share my friend's great story and his experience in life to show you that it is okay to suffer. It's okay because that is what builds the character. It's okay because being sensitive, being in the suffering makes you feel more, but not only the bad, you feel also the good. So if you have a really great tasting sense in your tongue, you can taste the good really good, but you can also taste the bad
Really bad.
yeah. But that is the game. If you want to feel great, you have also to feel the something that isn't great, the bad. And it's always between these two contrasts.
That's the polarities.
Yeah. Precisely.
Yeah.
So suffering for me was about understanding why I suffered. And when I understood that, it liberated me. It did really a lot. It's a weight that was lifted from my chest to understand that I had to suffer. I had to suffer so I can feel everybody around me. I can feel the poor. I can feel this girl that is sad about problems in her life. I can feel her, not only intellectually, but in the body. I can feel what she experienced. And this is really a gift. But I had to pay the price. I had to pay the price of going through that before I could feel her. Not only understand her, but feel her. Because when you feel people around you, you can actually connect more with them. And everything is about connection.
Yeah, relationships.
100%. This project I'm making here with Denmark Real actually is about connecting human consciousness to feel more, to be a part of a greater unity, that we are all one.
This is a whole movement you've started here.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you. I'm really, really looking forward to this journey, and I really want to reach to everybody. So, Alexander, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Personally, I think it's easy. I have my personal goals about being true to myself.
Yeah.
Really treat myself with love and respect. I think that's a big part of investing in yourself.
Yeah.
If you have that in mind in your personal life, it will take you pretty far.
Yeah.
It's the thing about really thinking about your health, because we human beings really don't have like health is not a part of us. It really isn't. It's something I believe.
Yeah.
From my experience with
Yeah.
working with a lot of people,
Yes.
they know what to do. This is good. This is bad. We take the bad. So there is no health in us. But in order to be different,
yeah,
in order for me to have a six-pack year around,
yeah,
I choose this.
Precisely.
So I chose this not because of my health, maybe, but because of the look.
Yeah.
But I'm aware that there is something really important in what we consume. It's not just the food, it's not just the water and the breathing, it's the people we are around.
Precisely.
It's the television going on. What are we watching? What are we listening to? So everything that we take in,
yeah,
to the mental fabric,
Precisely,
that will produce some results, right?
Yeah.
So everything there, it's so important. This is
Yeah.
my personal goal,
Yeah.
to stay in the lane
Yeah.
of investing in myself, in what I consume. So 5 years, I live in the now. So where I am in 5 years.
But we are probably heading somewhere.
100%. I think my business will more. I found out that 1 million in Denmark is smoking cigarettes. I have a tobacco abuse.
And we are 5 million.
5.5, I think. So if that many people have a problem with cigarettes, which cause cancer, one of the biggest causing cancer is tobacco.
Yeah.
We have alcohol, we have the stress and the physical stress. So this is lifestyle.
Yeah.
I want to really not just provide or help people with the food, nutrition, my public speaking, whatever. I want to really reach cigarette users.
Yeah.
I want for them to cut down on their use or stop 100%. That's the main goal, to have them stop, because the Danish Cancer Society, they are provided with millions, like billions of kroner.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see what those money were spent.
Great.
So what I found out is they actually do a good job helping people when they experience cancer. So life when you have cancer is now better.
Okay, so they are actually treating symptoms, which is my next subject.
they make life easier doing their cancer, right?
Yeah.
But why not go to the root?
Precisely.
Right? Yeah. So for me, I see they made this great report you can download on their webpage. You can read that in 20 years from now, there will be 20% more people experiencing cancer. How? We have never been more intelligent about food and whatever.
Yeah.
There have never been more experts in the world on this field. So how can it continuously being worse? So I really believe that my job here in my business, I just call it business, my job, because I can't stop doing something about it.
Yeah.
So I will somehow find a way to make a living out of helping this.
Great idea, actually. Yeah.
So for me right now, I have a project running with a partner in Spain called Inhale. I have project C Drinks. This is both with CBD, cannabis products. We found out that 40% you decrease your cigarette use by 40%.
Huge.
By inhaling CBD or taking it under your tongue.
That's really great.
So from there, I found how can that be happen? Yeah. And I studied a lot in addiction and found out that when we have something, our cells wants more of what we're used to get.
Yeah.
So if we used to get every break we have a Red Bull, then our cells wants a Red Bull next break. So if we give ourselves, we do not give the self what it want. We have the voice in our head.
Yeah.
Give me the cigarette. Give me the cigarette. I want a cigarette. But we are trying to quit cigarettes. But it keeps selling. Right here, there's a chemical reaction in the brain. When CBD enters, the receptors getting filled. And the voice stops. You're satisfied for some time here. So this is huge. Imagine you can have a vaporizer with CBD, and you instead of going out 5 minutes, you do it just in your office life. 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
5 seconds, and you're straight back to your work. It's crazy, but apparently it's difficult to get this in production in Denmark. There's many things about it, but we're working now a bit in Spain. The C Drinks is cannabis infused drinks. We work to make the right formula to make them delicious. But also I work in the fitness industry because that's huge. Like the 1 million cigarette smokers, we have 1 million gym goers. So if I reach those two, maybe I reach the 1 million gym goers, and then we start telling them about the CBD products.
Great.
So how can we not just help when things are bad? People start, oh, I feel pain, I have all these problems, maybe I should try cannabis, maybe it works. I believe actually we should use it like
treat the root, not the symptoms. The problem is in society right now, we only treat symptoms. More criminals, more police enforce. You get diabetes too. There you go with insulin. Why not just like, look, sir, you have diabetes too. If you don't change your lifestyle, if you don't change your food, you're gonna die really soon. It's harsh to hear. It is. It's really harsh to hear. But look, this is the only way, because otherwise I'm just helping you die slowly. So about symptom treatment, I hate it. really, it's strong to say that, but it is. It's a problem.
In year 25,
Yeah.
I feel I'm living healthy.
Yeah.
I have problems breathing.
Yeah.
Ooh, what is that? So I go to the doctor.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, we'll run some tests, and after some time, you have asthma developed in age 25." I say, "It can be true."
No.
So you have, he said this, you have asthma. This, you will have this. This is one inhaler. This is another.
Yeah.
You will use it the rest of your life.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm thankful that I heard or knew inside of myself that this is not something that I have. This is something that I experience.
Yes.
Like the sun experienced a cloud crossing.
Yeah.
So we experience the sickness,
yeah.
but it goes away because we are always healthy. Always. If we believe it.
So if you accept this.
I accepted it 100%.
Yeah.
I said, "Thank you, doctor.
Yeah.
Thank you but I will come back with the medicine when
Yeah.
I don't need it anymore."
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck, boy.
Yeah.
And it was rough the first 8 weeks, but
yeah.
I was prepping for a contest.
Yeah.
I realized the problem, the root cause of me having asthma. I had an acidic environment in my body.
Yeah.
Where all sickness can thrive. It can live in an acidic body. So how to go and create a more alkaline body, right? So I got the expensive water machine. I blended a bunch of vegetables. I made fruit juices.
Yes.
I decreased my meat.
Yeah.
And after 2 months, I felt good. Yeah. So that was 2 months here. I felt much better. Yeah. It took me about 2 months to quit the inhalers.
Yes.
And 6 months to go and deliver them back.
Yeah.
He wouldn't take them, so I used his garbage. I used his garbage
just to show him.
To show him, I mean it.
Yeah.
I experienced what I had to experience, and I'm now thankful that every time I'm in a room where a lot of smoking is going on, my lungs tells me, if you're staying here, your asthma will come back.
Precisely.
I feel it straight away.
Your body knows.
My body knows that my lungs experience something. So now I'm told, thank you, that this is not the best place for you to be right now.
No.
In a room full of tobacco smoke. Yeah. So I accepted it 100%.
Yeah.
As long as I don't feel any problems with my training and running and stuff like this.
Yeah.
No problems. Yeah. But I had to experience it. So everything now. Yeah. I experienced a shoulder injury from working out. It's only because I've set a goal that it's so big that I have to change how I train to reach it. Because if I don't change how I train, I will get injured before I reach the goal. So the injury just tells me, hey, you need to train your upper body another way if you want to reach this. So I'm actually, every time I meet this kind of things, I'm just thankful.
Life tells us that when you get a heart attack, it is like life says to you, you have to relax. You have to change something. And most people just jump. They jump they really make big jumps to get their goal. And maybe you should just make it smaller parts or take small steps.
That's a good idea. Yeah. The SMART model. To make, you can Google it if you don't know what we're talking about.
SMART model for change.
It's very good when you set a goal and you need to have it realistic. Can you measure the goal?
For me, actually, it was how small difference could I do every day to reach my goals. It was really small things that I have to change every day, so that the 1% change in your life can start every day.
That's the golfer. He told me when you hit the ball, you hold the right here straight.
Yeah.
Where does it end? There. Okay. Now we just 1 millimeter. Yeah. Where is the ball?
Yeah.
There.
1 millimeter.
1 millimeter.
Yeah.
So the small adjustment in your daily life that can make the big outcome in 20 years, 30 years.
Yeah.
So to all of you sprinters out there, I was one of the sprinter. I like quick results.
Yeah.
It's very, very good to want quick results, or at least it will make you execute hard, execute quick. Yeah. But in the same time, you need to have the opposite, the patience. Yeah. If you have both, you're pulling. Gary Vaynerchuk says, pulling from opposite directions. Yes. I love this.
Yeah. You grow.
Because it's really just to be fast, but in the meantime, have the patience. Yeah. Because everything takes time.
Everything takes time.
It took 27 years to create that bad habit. So how many years are we willing to put in to change it? Yeah. Most people think it goes from Happy New Year and make a resolution and then everything is changed.
It's not. What I saw actually with that one New Year's resolution on all of these promises we make ourselves is because we don't change the environment. So we are actually changing that. I spoke about it in one of my videos, whether when we want to change something, you have to change the environment, not only yourself. Because yourself, you are one, but look, you have 10 friends that still smokes, that still eat junk food, party, and do drugs.
It's everything. Yeah. Environment.
So it's actually a contrast again between you and the environment. If you can't change yourself, change the environment. Because now when you talk about the TV, yes, the TV grows bigger and the mind shrinks actually smaller. Yeah. Alexander, thank you for a great talk.
Wow.
It was, I appreciate that you come here, and I'm looking forward to our trip to Africa.
Africa, yes. Zanzibar. If you want to come, you write Amar and I will find some dates.
So make Denmark healthier. Thank you for that, actually. It was amazing. And I have followed you in your journey about making Denmark healthier. And you are all the way still.
I just keep putting in little work that will, in the end.
Persistence.
Yes.
Never stop. Never give up.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.